Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey guys, and welcome to the bonus content for course. Well, I don't have any randomizer for this, but but I do want to be open about something. Well, it's because, do I watch anime? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do watch anime after work on Adult Swim because, like other than adults, but as a matter of fact, Pokemon is the only kids anime. It's the only anime I watch, and it's for kids, you know. But I really like Pokemon because that is one of my favorite animes that I watch. But due to NASCAR on Disney XD, because Cartoon Network does not care about anime anymore. Christina Miller. But, however, they do Adult Swim for Toonami on anime. But, never say never on Pokemon because, you know. But I do enjoy the Sun and Moon game, but I hope Pokemon Sword and Shield are going to come up, but I do want to clarify, but although this is a bonus content for Anime Monday, with Pokemon, a question: should we get another Ash adventure, or should we get a new protagonist? Well, yeah, there's something I do. Well, even though Ash has been around for 20 years in the Pokemon universe and anime, while the manga focuses on different protagonists, though I do want to be honest about it, I think it's time for a different protagonist. I got nothing against Ash at all. You know, he's the greatest Pokemon character, but, you know, I do love Pikachu, so yeah. But I think it's time for a new protagonist with Eevee. Because this protagonist will have Eevee. Just like Pikachu, who is hands down the face of Pokemon. And yes, Pikachu is always been on top of my list for best Pokemon and cutest Pokemon ever. Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting. that it's time for Pokemon Studios to get a new protagonist. I got nothing against Ash Ketchum and all, but we all need a new protagonist. You know? Everybody wants, to say, yeah, and I know, yes, I know, it's really painful for me to say this, but I think Pikachu should pass down the torch for a mascot of Pokemon for Eevee. It'll be Eevee's time to shine. Because I did finally get a chance to play Gale of Darkness, and even though it did not wow me for like with Pokemon Coliseum, but I did enjoy playing Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and I purified a lot of Pokemon. Even so, and I think it's still time to get a new protagonist. And let the protagonist have Eevee. And I think it's time for Pikachu to pass down the torch. Even though it's going to be painful for me. Because Pikachu is a biggest mascot. He's a large, the biggest mascot and one of the cutest Pokemon of all. Damn Teddy Ursa! That's why Pikachu could have topped the list, but instead of that teddy bear. But I'm sigh of relief because Oshawott, the little circus freak, is not on the list. Okay, on the list, but did not top the list. However, like I say, and yeah, I think it's time for a Pokemon to get a new protagonist, and with having Eevee, for the if the anime of Sword and Shield are gonna come up, yeah, I think it's time for a new protagonist, to pass down the torch. And that's what I'm suggesting. I got nothing against Ash, but everybody, I think everybody would feel the same way, saying it's time for a new protagonist. But I know there's going to be a few people that are not going to be happy with the changes, but if the protagonist is like going and all, but that will leave with one question. Will I think Ash will not make an appearance? Would be better off not making an appearance to the next Pokemon? The long answer, not definitely. Not definitely not. Because never say never, because we seen Misty on the Advanced. Oh wait, we seen Brock on Orange Island when he was cooking in the Ketchum household. And we got of course Tracy making an appearance at Johto, a brief appearance, and we got Misty at the Adventures, and then we saw May in Diamond and Pearl, and then we see Brock again for the Unova region. And then for the Kalos region, well, to be brief, I haven't seen Oh yeah, and I did see Gary on Diamond and Pearl make it a return, and we see Brennan, who was of course one of the Frontier Braids, the Pyramid King, in Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, but although we did see Brock and Misty on Sun and Moon, but I was hoping Serena would make a return, because those two would make a cute couple, to be honest. Ash and Serena. Yeah, that's my favorite pairing in anime, you know? I never do pairing in anime, only in animation, like Mac and Blue. George and Ursula, well, who was Magnolia. Reef and Finn. Star and Marco. Yeah, I did that, so, yeah. And, of course, Ian Cord. Okay, yeah, scratch that one out, but, you know, don't really scratch that one out, because it's not animated. That's Smosh, you know? And that's my favorite. That's my favorite pairing on YouTube. Ian Cord, you know? Ever since the Smosh Games, you know, punishment for Just Dance. Since they both got the lowest score. Yeah, that's my favorite. I love it, you know? But, however, I'm going to be really frank about it. Really frank, you know? But even though I do want a new protagonist to be on Sword and Shield anime, no. I don't want it to be Ash. But Ash not returning, never say never. And that's my suggestion. About it. Because, like I say, if you ever want because sometimes, I know change hurts, but sometimes it's best to be changing. I mean, same with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. You know, I mean, in the 70s. And then the 80s. You got the same character. And then you have the... And then at the third season, and the Diamond is Unbreakable, you're gonna have... You got a new Joe. Jasusuke. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That I think it's time for them to make a new protagonist on board. But other than that, yeah, like I say, this is about anime and a new protagonist. I mean, I just want Pokemon to have a new protagonist after Sun and Moon. But I do want Ash to make that appearance. Make that appearance. And I just want Serena to appear on Sun and Moon. But I do want Serena to be with Ash on making into a Sword and Shield anime. Okay, guys, that's gonna do about it for this bonus content for Anime Monday. And yes, and my clone will be on Spreaker to talk about Sword and Shield, and yes, he will be doing a gameplay. Sword and Shield coming in November. Or, well, not in November, but he will be coming in either December or the new year in 2020. But keep your eyes on him, as he is going to be making an appearance. Okay? Okay. So, yeah, like I say, this is It, but although there is a message. Yes, and there is a message for this bonus content before close down this episode. I will see you guys next time, and here is this certain message. Hey guys, I'm Megabus 46, and yes, this is the we already heard about the devastating news regarding to what happened during the Garlic Festival in California. Well, that this shooting had happened last night for in California, the Garlic Festival, where three innocent people had died, and 15 more are injured in a hospital, been taken to the hospital. And I did get this news around 12 in the morning. Well, I got it at 10 when the shooting happened. And then at 12 o'clock, I got in that news about the casualty injury update. And the shooter was also was gunned down by the police. And that was really a devastation for the people of the shooting. And just want to take some time to just think about the ones that are affected, and the families of the victims and the injured. And I do want to send out my thoughts and prayers with everyone in the community in the Northern California shooting. When that shooting happened at Northern California, just take some time, and I do want to let everyone just send your major thoughts and prayers with the community who right now in a state of shock and mourning for the festival shooting in Northern California. Just want to say thank you. And this bonus content is dedicated in memory and in honor of the victims of the festival shooting. Thank you.